Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Illuminate the Oracle. We're gonna get into it. Just right off the bat, I'm feeling. I don't usually like to timestamp my videos around here, but I kind of go back and forth about that because it's not like older videos really still get views anyways. So it's not like people are gonna. I don't know. Um, so yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal whether or not I timestamp things, but it's February. And as you see my calendar in the back, we got the lovebirds here. And I'm wearing pink. So somehow, accidentally, this has become quite festive. And I'm thinking that I need to do a love rating. So we're going to do love rating. Just to let you know right off the bat. Um, yeah, if you're new here, happy to have you. Welcome. If you're a returning fam, always love to see you. Let's just jump into it with this prayer. Father God, Mother Divine, Archangel Michael, please cover me and my collective as we receive these messages today. We only seek messages of your highest vibration, messages that you deem for us to receive. Any ill will, evil eye energy sent our way is immediately blocked. Return that energy back to its rightful owner. Bind them in the energy so it can never harm anyone again. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so I want to start with the fairies to kind of see, like, okay, fairy spirits, what do I need to know about these connections? What do I need to know about these pairs? Holy Spirit, whomever my collective has on their mind, whomever has my collective on their mind, what is it that I need to know as it pertains to these lovers? What's between these lovers? What's going on between these love connections? Whomever is on my collective's mind, or whomever has my collective on their mind. Beautiful. Healing is happening. Love to see it. Love to see it. Um, ooh, and she's wearing blue. So it's like we're healing in order to properly utilize our throat chakra. Blue symbolizes throat chakra. Um, so I feel like as soon as this healing is wrapped up, that's like the top priority. Is for someone to exercise and utilize their throat chakra. This card says, now's the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. Hmm. I don't know why this. I'm off of my Disney princesses shout. I literally have an oracle deck with a bunch of Disney princesses on it. Um, and this reminds this blue here and this healing energy reminds me of Cinderella because I was her dress is blue. Um, and she was a natural healer. She was, I think, a star seed. I would say she's a star seed. She she shines so bright, but she had a lot of haters, and oftentimes the haters were the ones closest to her. But the beautiful thing about Cinderella is that she always kept her optimism. She always kept, regardless of what she was going through, it was like there was nothing around her that could shake her beautiful energy that she just emitted at all times. And it really was that beautiful energy about her that manifested and drew all these gifts to her. She just shined so brightly, and she allowed herself to shine brightly even despite her circumstances. People on the outside could look at her and be like, "Oh, she crazy. That's a loony bin right there. She's talking to birds and mice and rats. Like she's living over here in this attic. Like she's a nutty butt. She's a nutty buddy." And it's okay for people to think that, but she's one of those people where it's like you'll look back at her and you'll be like, she's a princess now. She's a queen now. Like, When did this happen? How did this happen? Um, that's because her she maintained who she was. She maintained her optimism. She didn't let these outside forces dictate her attitude towards things. If she had, goodness knows if she would have, like, been able to actually meet a prince or be put in that situation, because she would have been too downtrodden. She would have been too feeling like the world owes her something, right? She'd be feeling like, why things never happened for me. There's no way these things could have been drawn to her. Could have been drawn to her energy. You could think of the fairy godmother as the universe. There's no way that these things could have brought themselves into her life if her energy did not omit that, if it didn't give that off. That she was good regardless. She, just as we were saying in yesterday's video, um, Cinderella is a person, or she's not a person, she's a cartoon character, but still, we can utilize these things as lessons. Um, but she's a character that believed that, obviously, she believed that everything was always happening within her favor, regardless of how things looked or how things seemed to be as far as what her eyes could see. I love this. Already, I'm loving this already. Woo! Even though it's a love reading, we can always step out for some self advisory um, knowledge. It always starts with the self, a self healing, self love. Um, yeah, before we can invite other people to join in love with us. That's what, oftentimes why love can suck so often, because love doesn't suck, but love can suck so often when people are more concerned about jumping into love as opposed to healing themselves. But we can do all these things at the same time, right? So, yes, this is still a love reading, but I love to see it. And there's a rainbow here, too. Oh, I could spend so much time on just one card, child. Oh, my goodness. Um, 7 minutes on a card. But that's that's the way it works, right? That's me. If you don't like my vibe, it's okay. But if you do like my vibe, please like and subscribe. But anywho, bottom of the deck, protect your dreams. Okay, so this card says you are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. So even just personally, this is saying, watch the things that you say. I mean, just generally, um, particularly when it comes to your dreams and what it is that you see for yourself, what it is that you want to build, to establish, to create, to bring in, like whatever that is for you, keep it to your chest. Nobody needs to know about that. I had to learn this personally myself because I'm a Scorpio, but I have a Gemini moon, and it's complicated. It's like I feel the need to keep to myself and keep my secrets to myself, and then I have an urge to just tell everything. It's just like I'm a little bit of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, not a murderer, but just in the sense of there's this back and forth, there's this contrast here. Um, and that can be with you. It's just like we have an urge to keep things to ourselves, but at the same time we want to tell things. We want to dispose, we want to share, but that's burned me, and therein lies the lesson. Um, Keep people guessing if they are so curious. But keep this to yourself. The moment you even dispel a plan, or I don't know, I keep saying dispel today. Okay, dispel. And then I'm thinking about spells. So if anybody tried, just a side note, if anybody's tried to, like, thinking they was Sabrina the Teenage Witch, dispelling some or putting out some spells out there, trying to um, stop you in your tracks or keep you from your goal or affect you in any way, know that that's been taken care of. I don't know why I keep saying that, but that felt important to say. Anywho, yeah, I personally had to learn as soon as you say an idea sometimes to someone, it's like the motivation for that idea just kind of just it just dissipates. It just becomes all of a sudden the doubt and the fear creeps in because it really is. It can either be your energy affecting you, or it could be the person in which who you gave this idea to that all of a sudden is kind of putting their energy off on you, whether you realize it or not. It's not something that they say; it's just their energy. It could be there could be an envy, a feeling of envy that can uh, kind of attach itself to your aura just by being around them, just by communicating this idea. I think as we move along time, we'll understand just how the things that we say. Oh my goodness, child, busy. It always happens as soon as you start filming. It'll just okay. Um. Ah. Okay. Um. So yeah, let's keep going. Um. Around here, things have multiple meanings. Nothing just has one meaning around here. Um, protecting your dreams. This is a love reading. So, in relation to a love reading, because we did talk about how this resonates personally, but as far as love goes, someone envisions their dreams with you. Deep. Someone has had to realize that you are, in fact, their dream. And they just kind of let it pass them by. This is why this is talking about protection of dreams. Because in the way in which I talked about how people can affect your dreams on a just between yourself, they can also dictate how you feel about your dreams as it pertains to other people. For whatever reason, this person has allowed others to dictate life for them. I'm hearing I feel like this person has allowed people's energies and emotions to dictate how they feel about things. I think it's because this person has always generally had a fear about having their own personal stance on things. They feel as though to have a personal stance on things, meaning they kind of individualize themselves, they make themselves stand out, and for whatever reason their environment it's like growing up. I mean that's most of us as young people don't really like the idea of standing out. We don't really understand the significance of being unique until after we're outside of the group think of living in our youth, going through school, going through the education system, being with these kids like every day of the week or except the weekends, right? And so it kind of makes you as a child want to just fit in. This person wanted to fit in, even as in their adult years, but in their community, their society. I don't I don't know if they have a family, if they're in a family business or something. It's like for whatever reason, their immediate environment, family, friends, um, had or have. It could be either had or have had a huge influence on how this person moves, how they think, and who they bring into their lives. They could have even had a say on who this person dates. Uh, they could have even had selected it. Like this could have been an arrangement. If this person is married, it could have been an arranged marriage. If they're not married, maybe perhaps they are engaged or were engaged, and it was arranged. But this person feels a lot of guilt because they know that when you came into their lives, that you were an entity that they dreamed of, that seemed unreal to them. but they didn't protect it. And so that's a major theme here as far as like what it is they feel like they need to do as it pertains to this connection. They feel like they need to protect it. Tree wisdom. The tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through you as it um, her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. So this person is trying to like I feel like this person struggled in the past. I think they struggled more than you, my collective, as far as listening to their spiritual team, listening to their angels, listening to their high vibrational ancestors when they were giving them um, tools. They're giving them hints as far as like what it is they need to do to move forward, how they can get a better stance with you, how they can continue to heal themselves. Um, it's been it's been trying, I think, but it feels to me this person's starting to get a hang of it more and more. I think as they observe your energy, even despite the distance, even despite either minimal communication or perhaps a lack of communication, you still are influencing this person because they're so obsessed with you. I'm hearing. Yeah. I just had to keep. I just have to keep telling myself to just say it how I hear it because sometimes I'll hold back, like, oh, I don't want to say that. That's gonna make me cringe, or I don't understand that. It's just like, nah, just say the shit. Pardon me. But this person is same with this person. They're finally getting to the swing of just allowing themselves to receive these messages, to go with the flow. Because the thing is that the longer they're in their head about it, the longer it's gonna take. I seen like this quote just this morning. Um, I think it was like because I follow a tarot reader, Butch Tarot, awesome dude. Um, but he like posted a sticker on his community page, and it was something like paraphrasing. Pride is the pride is the thing that could keep people apart longer or something along those lines. Pride is the thing that keeps people apart longer. And so this person has had to realize that your person has had to come to that realization that the longer they continue to fuss with themselves, the longer it's going to take for them to have the possibility of having you back in their lives, of bringing their truth to you. Oh, oi, 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 oi. All right. What does my collector need to know? What does my collector need to hear? Oh my goodness. I am okay. Moon energy. Okay. So this says surrender to the natural ebbs and flows of life. This is a big part of it. If you're feeling confused, the fairy comes to calm emotions and assure you that the peace of mind is possible. Continuation of what we're saying, and as pertains to this connection, both parties have had to realize that the longer that both pairs continue to be up in their heads about this connection, the longer it's going to take for this to come together because you guys are connected energetically. So it's almost like if you're too excited about something, it makes them nervous. They can feel your energy. If you're too excited that they're coming, they get nervous. They may try to, duck for cover. If you're too sad about it or too down in your energy, they can feel that. And it makes them feel like it's impossible and it's never going to be. You almost have to kind of maintain and keep this temperate uh, energy to yourself in order for them to really, in order for them to feel like, okay, I guess for them to feel temperate, right? In order for them to feel steady. But it also increases their curiosity when you maintain this sort of steadiness about yourself because it does make them wonder, well, what is collective going through? Like, what is collective's day to day like? Because in actuality, I really feel like this person wants to spend their days with you. So they wonder how you spend your days. Um, and I just feel like this person is um, moon energy. Moon is Cancer energy. It's also Pisces energy. It's very emotional energy. It's also like, yeah, it's where things can be hidden because our emotions are often hidden. And so, yeah, this person is hiding how emotional you make them. They're not used to being in this place and dealing with their emotions. So, someone like this isn't keen on having an audience as they figure this out. Um, just like, I mean, who is, right? Some people are, I suppose. Um, but yeah, there's this person has had to learn, as you have had to learn, that the way to bring this through, or just the way to just bring this connection to light, is just to allow the universe to handle it, to trust in the ebbs and flows of life, and not be stuck on when is it going to come in? Why isn't it here? Um, because that's going to once again stall this process, stall this union from coming through. Anything else? What else is standing between this connection? Heavenly Spirit, Holy Spirit. What else is standing in between this connection between the pairs? Music can be significant. This says, listen carefully, for there may be messages and music for you to hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. Let's read that again. Listen carefully, for there may be messages in music. Okay? Music can lift your soul. It can even rekindle memories or charm fairies to your door. This person is communicating with you through music. And I feel like they're communicating with you through a lot of different ways. But I feel like there is a shared love for music. I'm not sure the person plays music or write music or is in music in some way, or perhaps you are. Um, but either way, there's such a strong love for music here. This person is utilizing it in the songs that they hear. That's why when I hear songs in my head, I will try to sing. I will try to sing them, not as a way to showcase singing, but as a way to connect the lyrics to the reading, because I always believed that messages come through in music. It's one of the best ways to communicate. Um, and so, yeah, I feel like the songs that you hear are not by accident. The songs that pop into your dome are not by accident. It happens to me all the time. They could be songs that you even never even heard of, and no, they could be songs that you haven't heard in years. Say you start singing a song you haven't heard in 10, 20 years. It's just like that's a message. You're being communicated with. Somebody's utilizing that song. And they're so deep in your energy, they're utilizing that song as a way to communicate to you. Okay. Ooh, magical gateway. Ooh. Okay. Magical gateway. It says it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet, this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. This person's had to learn that in order to receive this dream of you that they've been fantasizing and longing and craving about, that it's going to force them to step into unknown territory. And that's something that has been hard for them because of before having such an obsession about how people would view them. There may be something about this connection that is a bit unorthodox in their world for whatever reason, but that's a big part of their growth. And I think this person in the past was fearful for that growth, was fearful of that step. And so things remain stagnant. This person's done with that. I feel their energy. They're just so upset with themselves, and they do feel like a loser. I heard bonehead. um, because A, they felt like they didn't protect this when it came through to them, and B, they felt like a schmuck. I heard schmuck, dude, schmuck. I'd never say that. Schmuck. That's such an interesting word to say. But they feel like a schmuck. I don't know. For some of y'all, this person's probably a New Yorker. I don't know if schmuck for some reason reminds me of like New York. I don't know why. Um, because they didn't take the step, and they definitely don't want to seem like a coward in your eyes. But yeah, they feel really bad because they feel like they didn't have the strength to take the step forward into this unknown territory with you. Lost and found. Oh yeah. What was once lost, they lost because they. Gosh, let me just read it. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized we lost. So this person, through this process has lost you. They feel as though they lost you. Because they just couldn't make the decision, they couldn't put forth the action, they couldn't admit their truth, and so they feel as though they have lost you. Um, but when it talks about this fairy business, it's like the universe has always been uh, trying to guide the pairs and the unions along. Like it's like your parties and their parties will try to strategize things as a way to kind of bring the pairs together, but they can't quite do that if there's still this healing work that either one or both parties have to continue with or have to start. Um, and so yeah, like there's definitely energetic. There's fairies, angels, your spiritual teams that have been working with both of you, trying to get this together, um, and are trying to encourage this person to realize that what is lost is not found, or what is lost can be found, or um, that it doesn't have to be the end. So this person's trying to figure that out. Okay. Mm. All right. So I think we're good on fairies. Let's do tarot. Whew. All right, my babies. Goodness. The more I kind of like get comfortable with reading and interpreting, the more I'm realizing that I don't necessarily need a whole bunch of cards to interpret. What is this? Five, six cards and 28 minutes. Ay. So that's a good. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. You know, I love that. That's all I need. But I'm gonna try to get a little bit more streamlined. Get back in the car. Okay, like I'm trying to shuffle, but three of wands wanted to pop out. So there is this waiting. There's it's just like whether this is in your world or this is in their world. I feel like this is their world, where it's like they put forth some sort of action, and now they're waiting for some sort of comeback response. Whether they sent something out to you, I don't think so. I think it's something in relation to their resources or whatever it is they're trying to make happen. It's like this person feels like this is like a prerequisite before they can come forth to you. Maybe there's, I don't know, some sort of business deal or some sort of creation that they put forth, or some type of move that they've made that they're waiting for a response on. But it's like that's connected to whether or not they feel prepared to come forth. So I'll take it as I continue my shuffling. Um, since this is the month of February, it's interesting. I've never ever really felt that much about February at all, or Valentine's Day. But I don't know. Like it's just something about this year, possibly because this is the year of the dragon. Um, and I'm a dragon. I'm a astrological. It's Chinese astrology. I'm a dragon. Um, and it's like an 8 year, and I feel really connected to the eights. So I just feel like I don't know something about this year and this February that feels significant. I don't know why, but anywho, side note, Spirit, what does my collective need to know? What is between the couples? What is between these pairs? What does my collective need to know? What is happening between the two? Ugh. They just keep spitting out, just keep spitting, spitting, spitting. So there's a lot of confusion still between the pairs. Um, it almost just kind of feels like the two, as they think of each other, is I don't want to say diluted, but there is a lot of confusion about this non-movement. About there's a lot of confusion about this lack of movement, this lack of taking action, because someone's still in their feels. It almost feels like for whatever reasons, someone, whether this is your coming from your end or the person that, or your person's end, it's like someone's still trying to gain their bearings. There's this feeling of just like a lack of maturity, or kind of just feeling just too much in their emotions, even though this isn't cups. Fire can be just as much in their emotions, but in a different way. Like I feel like this person is still fussy. They could kind of be just a little too reckless right now. Um, and so, and I feel like this sort of recklessness is coming from the fact they feel as though they did not take a leap. They allowed themselves. Okay, so that's why I said diluted for this confusion card with its many options card. They've allowed themselves to be diluted, um, because they carried themselves with fear. They allowed themselves to be confused about what they need to do, but they know what they need to do. It was very clear to them, but they just did not have the courage to step into unknown territory. And in order for the fool in the upright, that's an energy that is taking the leap into unknown territory. There, what do we have here? With their dog jumping off the cliff into brand new shift. Um, but in the reverse, it's like no, this person was fearful. They ran. They ran with the tail tucked between their legs, and now they're trying to run back to you with their tail. I don't know, with their tail out. But that's the thing when it comes to Knight of Wands, is that you wonder if this is just like fever, horny energy that's going to come and go. So it's like if you ran with your tail tucked between your legs, you can't come back in with this energy, and that's why this person has more healing to do, and that's what's standing between this connection, is that this person now has this urge to come through quickly, fiery, but there's still a maturity level that needs to be checked here, of whether or not this person is truly healed and ready for something significant, or if they're going to psych themselves out. They think they're ready. They may think they're ready because they have these urges, but it's like if the cake ain't ready, um, it don't matter if it looks ready. If the cake ain't ready and you start cutting into it, You realize just how much is not ready. And what can you do, right? You can't put it back in the oven. You got to throw it out. It's like with some desserts and bakeries, like you can't, if you don't get it right, there's no fixing it. You just have to throw it out. And so the universe, spirit, your angels do not want that to happen when it comes to these pairs, when it comes to these connections, because they're significant to the vibration of the world where we're going. And so these connections are specific and they're very special. And that's why they're being guided. And so if the cake ain't ready, they can't have these pairs coming together because it's going to be thrown out. Whoa. Okay, let me figure out my question now. Okay. Are these pairs going to come together? 11:11 on my clock as I say that. Do I want to? Let's see here. Temperance in the reverse. And that's speaking once again of of an impatience. Uh, oh my gosh. This person isn't. We got the Ten of Wands or Ten of Swords in the reverse, so that's optimistic. This person has to go through the sense of recovery. They have to heal. They're so impatient. They're so impatient. Emperors for you. If you are masculine, you can see this as the Emperor in the upright. They're so impatient now because they feel like so much time has been wasted. They've wasted time. They feel as though you're off being the Empress in your, luscious magnitude, in that you're glowing so bright, and that anywhere you go, that people notice you and can see you, and that they feel like they're missing opportunity every moment, every second they allow you to just be like out here, free and single. They wonder if you are still single. They will probably have a hard time believing that you are single if you are. Um, but but it's like the spiritual team is letting them know time and time again, like, yo, like you have to allow yourself to recover. You have to allow yourself to retreat. You have to really take in these moments of what happened. So you don't allow these things to come into the way ever again. So this is something that you can. So this is a love that you can maintain and flourish and truly nourish once it comes in, and it won't be something that scares you away again. Um, this person just has such a craving about rebuilding, about recovery, about building something new. They want to do it yesterday, but it takes time. It takes time. But in the upright, this tens of swords, any kind of 10 speaks of endings, beginnings. And so it's like this person is, they realize there was an ending. But that ending is making them super anxious about bringing back a new beginning. It's like they want to bring that back before they feel as though the ship sails. And they're not sure. They're not sure if the ship has sailed um, for this coming toward this empress. Will this person allow themselves to heal? That's really kind of telling. That's going to tell. And then we got the happiest. The question was, will this person allow themselves to heal? And then we got the sun. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. I say, it's alright. It's alright. This person's going to allow themselves to heal. The sun is the happiest card in the deck. Look how happy you make them. I don't know. That's not gonna be. That's not gonna be clear. But there's a little baby. There's a little baby there. The sun. So that's a dual meaning: the actual sun and the sun. Um. So yeah, the sun is gonna shine. Um. Oh, and I'm also hearing "Let the sun shine, let the sun shine in, the sun shining." Stage Aquarius song. Um. Oh, and this is 19, so that breaks down to, or that is another 10 in this reading so far. 10, 10. So beginnings and endings. They're gonna get themselves healed for this new beginning. Whether or not you allow them in is up to y'all. They ain't my business. They ain't my ministry. But I'll tell you, this person is going to. They're already on the mend. They're already in this mode of recovery here. Um, but they may be dealing with some poor planning here. Um, hmm. I'm not liking this magician in reverse. Like there is still. Yeah. Okay, so this person may be at the beginning of their healing because there is like a manipulative energy here. I'm not sure this person would pretend or try to quicken this quicken the pace of you. It's like this person is tempted to like do some manipulation in order to convince you. They're trying to figure out how they can convince you when they just need to heal themselves. It should be obvious when someone approaches you, when someone talks to you, when someone walks into your life. It should be obvious where they stand as far as their healing progression. So this person can't fake the funk. They're still trying to figure out if there's a way that they can fake the funk just to make, not because they want to be, um, not because they want to be fake, but because they just want things to move quicker. And it's just like spirit is constantly saying to this person that like there's no easy way out of the work, you know. Yeah, yeah. So this person, this is literally just like when I see this card, because this doesn't have a specific meaning, but it has all the signs and it has the astrological wheel. So it's like this person has to get balanced. Something has to die off. Something has to die off. Death card in order for this. Here we go. In order for this Two of Cups. In order for this agreement. In order for this contract to come into play. And okay, okay. Let's do big ones. They're astral traveling now. Something could have been significant about November, or could be significant about November. We're gonna wrap up the reading with these quads, these fatty oracles. So yeah, this person, you're their happiness. That's the thing. I think that's the hardest part about this person, um, and why they can't allow themselves to wait any longer is that you are their happiness. But they have to understand that they have to be their own happiness, and you can be their happiness, but they have to be their own happiness first. Um, it always has to be. It always has to start with self love, and that's for both parties because we can't overextend ourselves. We can't be everything for everybody. We have to do those things for ourselves in order for the relationships to just be what it's supposed to be, a relationship. Um, your relationships is like your lover can't be your parent. It's just like we all have to fulfill our roles properly. So last minute messages. What's between these pairs? What's between these couples? What do they need to know? Spirit. What's between these pairs? What's between these couples? What do they need to know? Somebody wants you to. Gosh, let's get the cards in there. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. This person could just be all confused about what it is they would even say, but they want you to have they baby. They said today is the day, so they're really like, they do have a lot of sexual cravings when it comes to you. Um, as I'm seeing this baby card, I don't know if some of y'all had a baby in November, but it's like Empress energy here. We got some Disney princesses here. They feel as though like you're in bloom. I think that's a big part of. I'm not sure if they're seeing you somehow, someplace, somewhere. I don't know if you have a platform where they're watching you. I don't know if it's your social media, and they're kind of like following your pictures, the things that you post. I'm not sure how it is. I'm not sure if it's something that they're hearing from people. I'm not sure how they're getting it, but it feels as though that's part of the anxiousness of them feeling like they're running out of time. They have to come now, and they're willing to even like push aside their healing in order to come to you because they don't want to waste any more time because they feel like you're shining somewhere. They feel like you can be seen and that your energy is just expanding. They can feel your energy expanding, and it's almost like a Batman light in the sky. It's like they can feel your energy that deeply and that strongly. Like they could just feel you coming out of something, and they want to get to you. They want to get to you. I have a sticker here that says "Think positive." They're struggling with thinking positive. Um, I feel like this person was possibly or could possibly be a proud thought, or was a proud thought. It says male or female. They could have just been more interested in chasing shiny things. We got the little diamond there, but it's multicolored, so we got a fake ass diamond. So it's like this person could have even proposed themselves to be more extravagant than they were, or they could have been someone that was chasing um, things that seemed shiny but wasn't actually gold. Gosh, they could have in turn could have either found the gift that keeps on giving in a bad way, or had a bout with this. It doesn't mean that they still have it. It could have been something that they kind of had to deal with. I definitely in this day and age, I wouldn't necessarily have sexual relations with anybody without the exchange of papers. Anyways, I think the exchange of paperwork would be important. Not everybody is great at telling truths, right? So, um, whoo, uh, but babies, you're a visionary. It says here, I know, I do, will, purpose, secure, strength, eyes on the prize. Um, don't lose your eyes on the prize just because of anyone. It doesn't matter how you feel about for anyone. Um, Whatever it is that you want or see for yourself, keep your eyes on your prize because you are the visionary, and things can be and can manifest and multiply as you see them. If you just allow yourself to continue being the conductor and taking lead on that, this person is trying to take lead. They do have this vision of you and they do see you in this light, but I think that's been a part of this person's insecurities. But that's nothing you can do about it. We all have to fix up and heal our own insecurities. Nobody outside of us can do that for us. Um, so it's like this person has to accept you for all of who you are. If you're a boss, then they have to accept that you're a boss, um, and that you have visions, and that you should be comforted and supported with these visions, as opposed to feeling like you have to lessen, belittle, or um, dilute your energy. It can't be diluted. All of what you are is what you were destined to be. This person wonders, do I ever cross your mind anytime I miss you? I miss you. Brad McKnight, anytime. Do I ever cross your mind anytime? I miss you. This could involve a Scorpio, but something's going to happen out of the blue. Something's coming through out of the blue. Something's coming through out of the blue. I said something's coming through out of the blue. All right, we're going to end it there. Another 50 minute. Oh, my goodness. I love y'all. Until next time, like and subscribe. Take care of yourselves.